The key elements of a parenting plan are: one, your visitation schedule. You want to create a schedule that fits best with your work situation and your life, as well as the work schedule of the opposing party and your child's schedule. Balancing three different schedules and finding one that works out best so that you are maximizing your time with your child is very important. The other key element to a parenting plan is developing a pattern of behaviors of co-parenting with the other person. Developing a communication method that is effective and frequent is very important. I would say keeping the other party informed of major events and scheduling elements of your child's life, and obviously having that reciprocated from the other party, is all key elements to developing an effective parenting plan. In Madison County, we have a holiday schedule that will evenly divide up holidays when it comes to visitation. Now, that schedule doesn't always work for everyone, and the court encourages parties to work together to modify to make their holiday schedule work for them. It's important to be flexible and accommodating. Remember that you're going to probably need that same flexibility from the other parent at some point. In your divorce, you will have a visitation schedule that outlines what the regular visitation is between the child and the parties. That will also include a holiday visitation schedule. Say, who gets Christmas this year? Or how are we dividing up Thanksgiving or the summers? Those are an outline, and they are meant to be a guiding principle in dividing the holiday schedule. There will be times in which the schedule that the court has given you does not match up well with your schedule. So it's important to be flexible and accommodating to ensure that both parties get the maximum amount of time with their child that they can. If an agreement can't be reached, that's why the court provides a schedule. So the parties should be following that schedule. So let's say that you have a schedule and you are wanting to follow the schedule, but the other party disagrees and they are not following it. That is where you can bring a contempt action against that party and ask for the court to hold them responsible. Contempt actions should not be brought lightly and probably should not be brought for every act of contempt. That's why it's important to discuss this with an attorney to determine whether it is risen to the level for court intervention. I would say it's very important to have a very detailed parenting plan, but it's also important to be flexible. You do not want to be too rigid in your parenting schedule, but you do want there to be a lack of ambiguity. Know whose responsibility it is to pick up the child on this day or who is covering this aspect. Then be flexible to adapt that schedule as the circumstances call for. Whether it is in an original custody action, a divorce, or a modification, the court wants to see that the parties are co-parenting well, that they are communicating well, because the court believes that that is what is in their child's best interest. If you constantly show an inability to communicate, to work together with the other party, that can negatively affect you in a custody determination or in a custody modification. If you have any questions about developing a parenting plan or schedule in your custody case, please feel free to call us at Leigh Daniel and Associates.